Welcome back to Beaded Doilies by Shell. In this video we are continuing our napkin ring using the 2-string stitch. I have another piece of 3 feet string, and to start we want to go through the top bead of the last circle we added. And then we want to go through our 2 side beads. Now, keeping our finished work to the right, we want to bring both of our strings together. And now we are going to add a set of all red. That drop. And as we are just starting with the string, we want to make sure to keep the 2 ends together as we bring our beads down. We'll make sure our strings are about the same length. And then we want to go through our next 2 side beads. And our next set will be a red followed by a yellow. Then we're going to cross with a red. Now we want a yellow, then a red, and we're going to cross with yellow. Now we want a yellow, a red, and we're going to cross with a green. And here is how our piece is looking so far. Now we'll go through our 2 side beads. We want to add 2 reds. And we're going to cross with the yellow. And this next set will be all yellow. want a red followed by a green, and then we're going to cross with red, and we want green, red, and cross with yellow, now this next set will be all yellow. This is how our piece is looking so far. Now we want 2 reds, and we're going to cross with the green. Now we need a red followed by a yellow, and then we're going to cross with the yellow. Now we need a red, a yellow, and cross with red. This is how your piece is looking so far. Now we need a yellow, red, and then we will cross with the red. Now we need 2 reds, and we're going to cross with a green. Our next set will be all green. is how our piece is looking so far. Now, we have just added this circle right here. So we want to bring our string around. So the right string will go through the 2 side beads as usual. And then it'll go through the bottom bead from the circle on the other side. Then we'll take our left string, the one that we are adding to, and we're going to add 1 and then cross 1. So we're going to add a red, and we are going to cross with a yellow, and as before, we're coming out of this bead on this circle, so we want to also be coming out of this bead on this circle. So we will thread through that one. And now our strings are coming out here and here. So we're going to add 1, 2, 3. With your work to the right, you are adding to the string that is coming down. So we need a red, a yellow, another red, and then we are going to cross with a yellow. And that takes care of this circle here. And now we want to add 1, and as we have the line here, we come down here and we add 2, and then we cross. So we add 1 here, which is a yellow, and then we come down and we add the second bead, which is also a yellow. And we take both of our strings and we cross with this bead here, which is a yellow. Ah, I did it again. I think this is the same place where I forgot to attach. Need to remember to always connect once you finish a circle. Now we are connected, so we've added our 2, 1, 2, and now we are going to cross. Alright, now we look correct, and we will go through our connecting beads so we don't forget again. And then we will mark our pattern. We have finished this half circle and this half circle. So then we are going to start with this circle on our pattern right here. And we need a red, a yellow, and we're going to cross with a red. Now we need a red, a green, and we're going to cross with a red, Now we're going to add a green, a red, and we're going to cross with a red. Now we're going to add 2 reds, and we're going to cross with a yellow. Now this next circle is all yellow. And here's how we look so far. We'll go through our 2 side beads. Now we need a red, followed by yellow, and we're going to cross with a red. This next set will be all red. Now we need a red, followed by yellow, and we're going to cross with red. Now we need a yellow, followed by a red, and we're going to cross with green. Now this set's going to be all green. And we are now here, which is the very center of our piece. We've gone halfway. So you have made half of your napkin ring at this point. Now we need a red, a yellow, and we're going to cross with a red. This is what our piece is looking like so far. Now we need a yellow, followed by a red, and we're going to cross with red. And our next set will be all red. Here is what the piece is looking like. Now we need a yellow, followed by a red, and we are going to cross with a yellow. Now this next circle will be all yellow. Now we need an all red set. And then we need a red, a green, and we're going to cross with a red. All right. We have added this circle here, and we're ready to come around and add these two beads crossing this one here. So we'll take our right string, go through the two side beads, and the bottom bead of our circle on the other side. Then we'll take our left string and we will add a green, and we'll take both of our strings, we will cross with a red, and as usual our string is coming out of this circle here, so we want one of the strings to come out of the bead on the next circle. There, our string is coming out of two separate circles. So that finishes off this circle, and our string is coming out here and here. So we're going to add 1, 2, 3, and cross. So, keeping our work to the right, we take the bottom of the two strings and we will add a green and 2 reds. Then we'll take both strings and we will cross with the yellow. Now normally at this point I would take my 2 strings and I would trim off the extra on the one to make it a little easier to bead, but as I want to keep the black tip so it'll make it a little easier for you to see me threading, I'm not going to do that. So we have added this circle here, and we're now going to add this one. So we have 1, 2, and we're going to cross this one, which means that we're crossing this one because they're the same bead. So we're going to add, oh, this is where I usually forget to first connect. So let's first go through our connecting beads. And now we will add 2 reds and cross a red. And go through the next 2 connecting beads. That finishes off this circle here, and it puts us right down here at the line. So we will add the next beads coming up from the line. So we'll put this aside, and we will continue beading with 2 reds and crossing a yellow. Then we will do 2 reds and we'll cross a green. And our next set will be all green. Then we have 2 sets that are all red. We'll add the first one. And as our string is getting small, we will tie off with the next one. So we will add all 3 of the reds onto our left string. And we'll make a normal knot, bring it down. We'll make a double knot, going over twice. Bring that down, but don't pull tight. Then again, we'll go into the side bead, pull our knot in, and then pull tight, making sure our knot is inside the bead. And then we will thread going this way. So this one will go through the center bead here, and then up the 2 side beads. And as this is already through one side bead, we will just go through this next side bead, and then we will cross the center. go up the next 2 side beads. And cross the center. And we'll do that one more time. And we'll pull it tight, and then we'll loosen it up. Bring our strings together and clip off the excess. And there we have our piece so far. And I'll see you in the next video.